Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to make a grid drawn onto a transparency like this one so we can use it to tape over our mirror for a self-portrait. You could also use it to tape over a photograph, but we're going to be using ours to tape over our mirror. So to get started, these are 1-inch squares here, and we want to have 1-inch squares on this, and on our paper when we make it, we're going to have our inches or our squares 2 inches by 2 inches. So if I just take this ruler and I hold it right here, you'll see that if I line up the edge of my paper here, or the transparency with my ruler, each one of these lines falls right on one of the inch lines. Okay, so to get started, you're going to need a clean transparency. Sorry if it's a little bit hard to see. I hope you can see the edges there in the video. And you're going to need a ruler with inches. If you want to do it with centimeters too, you could use a centimeter one. And you probably want to make it like 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters. It's approximately an inch. Okay, and you're going to need an ultra fine point Sharpie or some other permanent marker that will stick well. Okay, to get started, you're going to hold your ruler at the top of your transparency, and you're going to line up the edge of your ruler, or the zero if your ruler has a zero, right at the edge of the page. Okay, hold it down firmly and make sure it's parallel with the top edge, not crooked like this, but parallel with the top edge so that your lines are nice. Now you're going to put just a little teeny tiny mark at the 1. Okay, now my camera's a little off, so it looks like a little on the side of the 1, but once I get more to the middle, you'll see that it's a little bit more accurate. So there's my little mark on 2. Here's my little mark on 3, and you can kind of see. Now that you've got that, I'm just going to go a little quicker. You want to put it on each mark at the inch. Okay, now I've got all the way up to 10, and my 11 here is on the edge of my transparency. Now, this is the part that a lot of kids do wrong. They take their ruler and they flip it around like this, and then they start from this side over. Take your ruler and just slide it down the page like this so that it's on the edge here at the bottom. Once you've got it lined up again, you're going to do the little tick marks one more time. Make sure that your edge of the ruler down here is parallel with your transparency. Okay, if it's not parallel, you're going to get crooked lines. So make sure that it's parallel with the edge of your transparency. Now I'm just going to go through and mark my inches one more time. Being careful to stay right on the inch line for each tick mark. Okay, now if I remove my ruler, you can kind of see the little tick marks on the edges right there on my paper at the top and at the bottom. Okay, now that you've got the tick marks all lined up, take your ruler, hold it vertically, and just simply hold the ruler so it lines up with both the tick mark at the top and the bottom, and take your paper and draw with your Sharpie a nice even straight line all the way down. Okay, just like that. Now repeat that along each tick mark. If you line up the tick marks, then you'll be sure to get straight, even, parallel lines. And when you're doing this, you should be able to get these lines to be exactly parallel. Okay? And they should be parallel with the edge of your transparency. If you want to fast forward this part, once you've got the idea, you fast forward until I'm done with these vertical lines. Okay, so there's my vertical lines. Now, I'm actually going to take my page and rotate it like this, so now my lines are horizontal. Now I'm just going to follow the same procedure. I'm going to hold my ruler right up here, okay, along my little, my other line. going to make sure the edge of my ruler here by my pinky is lined up with the edge of my paper, and I'm going to make sure that this line is parallel to the edge of my paper. I'm going to just do the same procedure. I'm going to mark a little tick mark at each inch. So there's 1 inch, 2, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And depending on the size of your paper, you're gonna, have to go out to whatever end inch. This is only 8.5 inches because it's just a regular transparency for like a printer. So I'm gonna have to stop there, and I'm gonna slide my ruler all the way down to the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line up the top. Actually, I'll turn this one more time so you can see the whole thing. Line up this tick mark with the bottom tick mark and draw my line all the way across like that. So now you should have those boxes lined up neatly. And I'm going to take the next one. I'll do it like this way so you can see them come through. And this takes a little bit of careful maneuvering and just thoughtful, slow working, but you'll get the idea. And when you're done, you should have all these boxes nicely, evenly laid out. Now I've got a piece of paper underneath here that's hanging me up on making it exact. There we go, that's better. There we go. Now there's my transparency ready to go, and you can see the little boxes on each one should be super equal. Now at the top you're going to label them A, B, make them small, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and then down the side you're going to label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And down here in the 11th square, write your name. My name's Mr. Lundgren. Like that, and you can put your section number there. Okay, so that is how to finish a drawing grid for our class.